Have you ever gone to bed at a reasonable hour, stayed there all night, and still woken up feeling just as tired as when you lay down? You might look at the clock and think, I got 7, maybe even 8 hours. And yet, your body feels heavy, your mind feels slow, and the day begins, already drained. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many older adults experience this quiet kind of fatigue, not the kind that comes from a bad night, but the kind that lingers, even after a full night in bed. Today, we're going to gently explore why that happens, and more importantly, what small, simple changes can help you feel more rested again. Because feeling tired all the time is not something you simply have to accept. Sometimes, the problem isn't how long you sleep, it's how your body sleeps. As we get older, our sleep naturally changes. We may fall asleep earlier, we may wake up more often during the night, and our deep sleep, the kind that truly restores the body, becomes lighter and shorter. This means that even if you spend many hours in bed, your body may not be getting the deep rest it needs. There was a woman named Margaret, age 72. Every night she went to bed at 9:30. She stayed in bed until nearly 6 hours in the morning. By all appearances, she was doing everything right. But each morning, she woke up feeling groggy and unrefreshed. When she began paying closer attention, she realized something important. She was waking up many times during the night, sometimes without even remembering it. These small interruptions were breaking her sleep into pieces. Once she started improving her sleep environment, keeping the room cooler, darker, and quieter, she noticed something change. She didn't sleep longer, but she slept deeper, and slowly, her mornings began to feel different. Have you ever wondered, is it possible that you're sleeping, but not truly resting? Another quiet reason many seniors feel tired is something we often overlook: breathing. During sleep, some people experience a condition where their breathing becomes shallow or briefly stops, over and over again. This is often called sleep apnea. But you don't need to remember the name. What matters is this. When your breathing is disrupted at night, your body is constantly being pulled out of deep rest. Even if you don't fully wake up, your brain is working harder, trying to keep you breathing properly. And by morning, you feel exhausted. There was a man named Robert, age 68. He thought his tiredness was just part of getting older. He slept through the night, or at least he believed he did. But his wife noticed something he didn't. He snored loudly. And sometimes, he would stop breathing for a few seconds, then gasp. When Robert spoke to his doctor and began simple treatment, something remarkable happened. He didn't change his bedtime. He didn't sleep longer. But for the first time in years, he woke up feeling clear-headed. Sometimes the cause of your fatigue isn't visible, but your body is quietly trying to tell you. Another reason many seniors feel tired is surprisingly simple: too much time in bed. It sounds strange, doesn't it? After all, rest is supposed to help. But when we spend long hours lying in bed, especially when we're not actually sleeping, it can confuse the body. Your brain begins to associate the bed not just with sleep, but with thinking, worrying, and even light dozing. Over time, your sleep becomes lighter and less refreshing. There was a gentleman named Harold, age 75. After retiring, he started going to bed earlier and staying in bed longer. He believed he was giving his body more rest. But instead, he found himself waking up more often and feeling more tired. When he adjusted his routine, going to bed only when he felt truly sleepy, and getting out of bed if he couldn't sleep, his sleep became more solid, and his energy slowly returned. Have you ever stayed in bed, hoping for rest, but feeling more restless instead? Sometimes less time in bed can lead to better sleep. Another hidden factor is something we rarely connect to sleep: daytime movement. As we age, it's natural to become less physically active, but movement during the day plays a powerful role in how well we sleep at night. When your body moves, it builds a natural need for rest. Without enough movement, your body may not feel ready for deep sleep. There was a woman named Linda, age 70. She spent most of her day sitting, reading, watching television, or using her tablet. She wasn't doing anything wrong. But she noticed she felt tired, yet couldn't sleep deeply. When she began taking short walks each day, just 15 to 20 minutes, something shifted. Her body felt more balanced, her sleep became more natural, and her mornings became brighter. You don't need intense exercise. You don't need to push yourself too hard. But gentle, regular movement can quietly improve your sleep more than you might expect. Have you given your body a reason to rest? Another reason many seniors wake up tired is related to something very common: light exposure. Our bodies have an internal clock, a rhythm that tells us when to feel awake and when to feel sleepy. This rhythm is guided by light. When we get enough natural light during the day, especially in the morning, our bodies are better prepared to sleep at night. But when we spend most of our time indoors, under artificial lighting, this rhythm can become confused. There was a man named George, age 73. He rarely went outside in the morning. His days were comfortable, but mostly indoors. At night, he struggled to fall into deep sleep, and in the morning, he felt sluggish. When he began stepping outside each morning, even for just 10 minutes, his body started to reset. His sleep became more regular. His mornings felt clearer. Sometimes, something as simple as sunlight can gently guide your body back into balance. Have you seen the morning light today? Another factor is something we often don't connect to sleep at all: emotional weight. As we grow older, life brings many changes: retirement, loss, quiet days that sometimes feel too quiet. Even when we don't actively feel stressed, our minds can carry a subtle sense of worry or unease. This can affect sleep more than we realize. Your body may lie still, but your mind may still be processing. There was a woman named Evelyn, age 76. She had trouble understanding why she felt so tired. Her nights were quiet. Her routine was stable. But inside, she felt a gentle sadness she couldn't quite name. When she began talking more with friends, joining a small community group, and allowing herself to share how she felt, her sleep began to soften. Not perfect, but more peaceful, and her energy slowly returned. Sometimes, tiredness is not just physical, it's emotional. Have you been carrying something quietly? Another important piece is what we do in the hours before bed. Evening habits matter more than we think. Bright screens, like televisions, tablets, and phones, can tell the brain that it's still daytime. Heavy meals late at night can keep the body active when it should be resting, and irregular routines can make it harder for your body to settle into sleep. There was a man named Daniel, age 69. Every night he watched television until he fell asleep. He believed it helped him relax, but his sleep was light, and he woke up feeling tired. When he changed just one thing, turning off the television 30 minutes before bed and replacing it with quiet reading, his sleep became deeper and his mornings became easier. Small changes can lead to meaningful improvements. What does your evening look like? Finally, there is something very simple. yet often forgotten: hydration and nutrition. As we age, our sense of thirst can decrease. We may not drink enough water during the day, and mild dehydration can lead to fatigue. At the same time, not eating balanced meals can leave the body without the nutrients it needs to restore itself overnight. There was a woman named Patricia, age 74. She often skipped meals or ate very lightly. She didn't feel particularly hungry, but she felt tired almost every day. When she began focusing on regular balanced meals and drinking water consistently throughout the day, her energy improved. Her sleep became more stable. Sometimes the body is simply asking for what it needs. Are you giving your body enough to work with? As we come to the end of this conversation, I want you to remember something important. Feeling tired after a full night in bed is common, but it is not something you have to accept as your new normal. Your body is always communicating with you, sometimes quietly, sometimes gently. And when you listen, even small changes can make a meaningful difference. Better sleep doesn't always come from doing more. Often, it comes from doing a few simple things more consistently. A little more light in the morning, a little more movement during the day, a little more calm in the evening, and a little more attention to what your body is trying to tell you. So tonight, instead of worrying about how many hours you'll sleep, ask yourself a softer question. What can I do today to help my body rest better tonight? If this video helped you in any way, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. And if this experience feels familiar to you, I would truly love to hear from you. Share your thoughts or your own story in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else feel less alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take gentle care of yourself, and I wish you a peaceful night and a brighter morning ahead.